Very good evening to all of you. Thanks for coming, and we will try to make it interesting for you guys. The topic for today is the new digital medium, new era of digital mediums, new era of social media. Is it becoming a hindrance for building brand loyalty? There are many opinions for it, many opinions against it. Many people feel that this is the best thing which can happen to build a brand loyalty. You are able to connect with your consumers, your customers much better. Many feel there is an information overload, and people are not getting anything stuck in their head, and eventually they are switching brands just at the drop of a hat. So we have experts here from various fields, and I'm going to, the way I'm going to start is, before I ask each of you, there are a few questions which I have for each one of you, but just your top line sense on this topic. What do you think the new age digital mediums are doing? Do you broadly think, are they helping in general marketeers, or you think it's more of a distraction? Shantanu, why don't you?
I think one of the things that people often mix up between brand loyalty and the chance to experience new brands. What digital media, the digital era has done is it's made it very easy to be aware of new brands, to experience new brands, to try out new brands. But true brand loyalty is built literally over years and years, and that's something which actually does not go away in the new era or any era. And I think I often take the example of brands, real true old Indian brands like Tata and Birla and Godrej and brands like Hindu or Hindustan Times, which have really been built over dozens of years, over really decades. And what they have built is a strong relationship with consumers through generations of consumers, and that's something that really stands. And the three brands that come very easily to mind, brands like Dettol, brands like Dabur, Dove, the three D brands in a sense, they're built on the principle of durability, and that's really what loyalty is about. And when your brand relationship is really durable, I think disruptions like digital really don't come in the way of it. You actually make use of it to create a much stronger relationship with the consumer. You're able to then build relationships on a daily basis. You're actually, as Sandeep said, you're able to connect with the consumer much more often. A brand like Hindustan Times, you'd read it only once a day in the older years, and now you're able to experience the brand through social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, all through the day. You're building a relationship, and therefore you're building possibly a much larger loyalty of consumers, and not just here. The loyal consumers out there in the world, all over, who may not get a physical copy of the paper, but they're loyal and they remain loyal over a long period of time.
Yeah. Thanks, Shantanu. Apurva.
So I think what this new era of digital has done is it has sharply brought out the divide between very strong brands which are based on customer fundamentals, which are based on being relevant to the consumers, which are based on authenticity. The digital media leaves no room for brands which are not authentic. It basically highlights every flaw the brand has. It basically shows every nook, every crevice which the brand has. So it's a great leveling field because you have unknown brands which can come up and take on challenges. And you have seen this in every category. In beverages, you have brands like Naked and Innocent, which have come up from nowhere. In banking, you have Square, which is a payment platform. So digital basically is a great leveling ground. I personally think it does not affect customer loyalty. There are brands, and every brand can make mistakes. I think the way the digital media works is, if the brand has made a mistake on any consumer, come out very honestly, agree to where you went wrong, and people appreciate that. It's a very honest medium. Traditional legacy marketing was always about the brand talking to consumers, using print media, using TV to continuously beam ads. and the consumer had no power. This basically levels the playing ground. So brands which are stronger and which rest on stronger fundamentals will find their customer loyalty only going up. And it's a very exciting time.
Thanks, Apurva. Prema?
Hello. Okay, so my take is a little different, obviously, for the kind of business that we do. There is the corporate brand, then there's products, and there's services. So each one is very different from the other. Now, when we build brands at a corporate level, it is more about thought leadership. And thought leadership differentiates from your competitors. And thought leadership is now going digital. So the best part of this is that it's so much easier to do. We don't have to go to televisions. We don't have to go to print media. It is more about the blogs. It's more about how you're on LinkedIn. What is the message that you're going to give out? Those are the bigger aspects of building thought leadership. For a lot of our clients, what we're doing is we are re-looking at their thought leadership. And it is such an interesting journey because when you do a research today, you find that you are thinking India, but you're supposed to be global because you are in 18 countries. And that's about a client that we're talking about is 2 days ago discussion. They forgot that they are global and they're not, you may be sitting here. And some of the companies have, and as you know, more than 99% of their business is outside of India. And you see these on very much in the BPOs and on the services side. So coming to products, I think it's great fun on the digital side because I have a view. On the same product, my daughter has a different view. My son has absolutely no view, not interested because he's a professor. He doesn't look at brands. And you look at in the organization or the people that you meet today, they make their decision. And as one of my colleagues who's here today said, that people go to the shops to try something and then they go online and buy it. So how do they build these loyalties? Again, one example I want to, it's so strange that a young girl is asking her father, that was my daughter, asking the father that, oh, you're going to Korea. Now, she's never been to Korea. As you go into this particular store, on the left-hand side, this is what I want. And he says, how do you know? So he says, you need to get on digital. That's how you'll know. So it's interesting, the word of mouth, the word of mouth is still very strong. And the digital aspect of people can say what people are talking about cars, which cars, what to buy, what not to buy, the comments that are being made, to be able to balance those comments and then decide what is the brand that you like, what is that people are telling you. So those are the very personalized kind of decisions that are being made. On the services side, as I said, it is, when you look at banks and all, they are having a difficult time trying to reach people. And what we are going to see in 4 months is this 4G. And in 4G, banking, services, education, all of these are going to roll out. And when we see India, the real India, using the 4G for education and whatever, is going to change the world again. So my take is a little different on the digital side. Very often when we are talking to people abroad is that they're saying, what are you talking about print and television? So we have all of the traditional media and we have all of the new media. So there's a lot of options for everyone, for our clients and for people to make decisions. So you actually have an opportunity to go across all media, but the people are making the decisions what they see on digital. That is for sure, because they do not completely trust the third party, and that being the media. That is the truth.
Vivek.
Okay, let me first start by saying that brand loyalty and trust the fundamentals of human psychology hasn't changed over the last 100 years perhaps, and that remains the same. But a lot has changed in the brand landscape to alter the brand loyalties. And I will take a more definitive view on this. And my conclusion is that the consumers are ahead of marketeers in brand loyalty game. And let me explain what that is. So what has changed in the markets or the brand landscape? Two things have changed. One, as my fellow panelists have elaborated, digital has changed a lot of things. Consumers can talk to each other. They can create opinions. They can compare products. They can compare prices in a matter of minutes, which they could not do. At the same time, new channels have emerged. So we didn't have these comparison sites and e-commerce sites 5 years ago, and now you have everything. On the phone, you can get everything. So the boundaries between traditional channels, retailers, and the digital channels are going away. In short, consumers can switch brands much more easily because the cost of switching and the effort of switching has gone down, both emotionally, physically. Now look at number portability. The moment the pure number portability happens, the cost of switching is zero. Okay? When a teenager goes and compares the mobile phone across 10 e-commerce sites, he can reduce the brands to not any image or the advertising or the logo, but he reduces it to the features and the price, and they take all the strands apart, and then they choose the brand. So in brand loyalty in that context has gone down. But is it a loss to marketeers? No. I think, and we can talk about it, there is an opportunity for marketeers also to use digital medium to increase brand loyalty, because at the end of the day, as I said, the psychology is the same. We still have to build brand. Only the stakes are higher because consumer is demanding more. And there are various ways to do it, and we can elaborate. It's customization, you have to do better innovation, and it goes beyond marketing, by the way. It goes beyond, along the whole value chain, what you have to build. So marketeers actually haven't yet caught up fully in utilizing these mediums to protect their brand loyalties and to enhance. But I think the realization is happening, and few brands have taken steps to do it, and we can do it. But as of now, in B2C, consumers are ahead of marketeers, and the brand loyalty, as I would say, is declining, because loyalty is across a spectrum. It's never 100%. Even human relationships, there's no absolute loyalty. You see betrayals all the time. And commercial relationships, loyalty, of course, is in percentages. It has gone down. I think we would also like to talk about loyalty in B2B marketing, which Apurva and me were talking. And that is an interesting aspect to put before you. Their brand loyalty actually perhaps is not so affected, and we will talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot, Vivek. What I'm going to do is ask each one of you a specific question about your particular area, but I don't want to restrict the answer to just that person. I want others to chip in. If you have a different point of view there, you think you don't agree, or you want to just enhance the point. So either ways, right? So let me start with Apurva. Apurva, you are in a business which is largely B2B. In the offshoring business, the end consumer is not seeing who's the brand in between, the clients you represent. So what does it mean for you to build a brand with your customers as well as the next level consumers, and how is the digital age impacting a company like you?
So thank you, Sandeep. I think, so on this whole panel, I think I belong to a very different industry. I'm a part of India's IT services industry, which competes in a $900 billion industry. And my perspectives are pretty much global. In my world, average order size is, say, $10 to $20 million. The buying context is very different. Most of my customers are C-level customers. The CFO, the CIO, the CMO, decisions are not taken impulsively. And while we are called B2B, I fundamentally believe we are an eye-to-eye industry. Because companies don't do business with companies. It's always people who do business with people. So my way of looking at B2B is, it's the same. The marketing tenets don't change. Consumer understanding doesn't change. And respect for consumer insights, high quality servicing, there is a very famous corporate executive board survey which came out last year, which basically said that in B2B industry, 63% of buying happens on quality of sales experience. Brand is only 19%. The first moment of truth in my industry for consumers is not often a brand message. So Google came out with its very seminal work called Zero Moment of Truth a couple of years ago. So the consumer knows everything in my industry which he has to know about your brand, even before he's seen a brochure, seen you on a trade show, been exposed to a marketing collateral. Managing brand loyalty in such a world is very tough. If you see all the Indian companies or even international companies like IBM, Accenture, 97 to 98% business comes from repeat customers. So in B2B, because the decision making is so complex, projects are often mission critical. So at HCL, we actually write software for aircrafts which take off. So no customer is going to trust you with it if the relationship is not for life. We are not selling soaps or shampoos or dreams. We are selling mission critical software and services around it. So quality of sales experience is very important. Community marketing is very important. What we have done over many years is build communities. So we have a CIO community, we have a CTO community, and what digital allows us to do is, earlier you would do 4 events a year, and the community members would meet, which basically meant 4 touch points in a year, and in between those touch points, the buyer was feel free to have a relationship with any other brand, and you often lost mind space. Now what digital allows you to do it, between events, you will exchange a tweet with him, you will like his post, you will share, you will do content marketing. So the whole paradigm has changed. In fact, one of the things which I like saying is, in 6-7 years, you will only have 2 kinds of marketers. Digital marketers or extinct marketers. So it's much more than a medium, it's a way of thinking. And the better marketers get it, the more interesting it's going to get.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to add 2 points to loyalty in B2B marketing, since Philips is also into B2B marketing in medical equipment as well as lighting.